1,000 years ago, when Arana was young but not innocent, the first age of man came to an end by the meeting of a sword and a shield. The sword of Zaramoth the Unmaker, powered by a subterranean river of magic, had ruled the age by unquestioned force, until the shield of Azunai the Defender became the sword's only rival in power. They were destined to meet on the field that would forever be known as the Plain of Tears. Zaramoth commanded control of the power. Azunai longed to disperse it. Both zealots could not win. But unbeknownst to either warrior, the sword and shield had destinies of their own. The sword shattered the shield and sparked the great cataclysm. The land split open, and the souls of the warriors, ripped from their chests, rushed into the river of souls that flowed beneath the land, splintering it into 1,000 ley lines. The shockwave was felt in every part of Arana. Even the lives that were spared were changed forever. The stars shifted, and the Second Age began. All this was forgotten for centuries. The magic that was scattered on the Plain of Tears was fractured under the world, waiting with its unpredictable power. Until a young prince named Valdis followed powerful visions to the mountain fortress called Zaramoth's Horns. The dark wizards mastered the magic and granted Valdis access to the lost sword of Zaramoth, the very instrument that ended the First Age. In that instant, the Second Age fell under the sword's ominous shadow.
Go near to the front immediately! Check in with Martin Lieutenant Jarrett at the tower! Now get moving!
I've had a bad feeling about this ever since we left Armand. There's something... I don't trust these more.
orcs playing at war. You probably don't even understand how to gain experience in the four classes, do you, scum? Ha! You maggots never know what you're doing. Choose a class and stick with it. If you switch weapon type too much, you'll become a weak jack of all trades. And then those cursed dryads will eat you for breakfast. Not that you wouldn't deserve it. Took you long enough, worm. The other mercs are at the front lines already. The Temple of the Ghost must be taken by nightfall. Now get moving!
Wait, I have a bad feeling about this. My medallion feels heavy, as if it's trying to tell me not to move.
You aren't being paid to stand around! Get moving! Now! Those filthy dryads are summoning another shell! You mercs, get in there and destroy that thing!
Those must be the Bracken we learned about as children. Let's take them out! These Bracken are as weak as Calrathian ale! We can kill them faster if we spread out! We should switch to rampage mode! These creatures remind me of our scuffles with the Taklak! Tough! If we focus on fire, they'll go down faster! Let's switch to mirror mode! wooden creatures are weak to fire! Too bad I'm not a combat mage! Hey, that sword looks a lot like the weapons my father gave us when we were first learning to fight. You should pick it up.
I have that traitorous fiend in my sights. I could, but why does my heart stay my hand? Perhaps there is more at play here than I can tell for the moment. There's something about this one.
Did you see that elf? I recognized him. It was Amron. I know that he is much talked about in Drudwin's tavern back home. He's rarely seen, but his deeds, real or imagined, are discussed there with enthusiasm. I would be interested in finding that out myself. These Kestrel are tough! Next time we see one, use my brutal attack power on it. That'll surprise them! You're turning into quite the warrior. Keep in mind, you should choose a class and stick with it if you want to approach my expertise.
Took you long enough, Bart.
Stop a moment. My medallion. I know how you feel about it, but I just can't shake this feeling that something is going to happen. I look forward to it. But for now, I want you to take my medallion. Please, it's important to me.
Lane! Get to the temple now!
Congratulations, Voldus. We have completed our task. When can we expect our pay? Look out!
What do you want? What? Oh, you're one of the new ones. We pulled you out from underneath the body of a blue-haired elf and brought you here to the town of Ireland. You're to be kept behind bars until we figure out what to do with you. Warden Celia's in charge here, and what's to be done with you is up to her. If I were you, I would keep my head down and learn to be respectful before she finds you making demands. You wear the ring of submission to hold you in check. All prisoners must wear it. Hush, here comes the warden now.
Your chance.
Foul creature. I warned him what would happen if he attempted to harm a dryad. There can be no hope for these types.
Do not be so hasty, Celia. Some of these prisoners have roles to play yet. I have seen it. This poor soul here, for example. I know this one can be trusted.
I do not know, Amron. Given arms, that mercenary could well kill us all. The entire village is endangered.
As a personal favor to me, please give this prisoner a chance.
As you wish, my friend. I hope you are able to find that which you seek.
Namare, Melonimin. Till next we meet.
Amron the elf seems to trust you. I trust only the ring of submission around your neck, prisoner. Our troops found you on the battlefield. You are lucky they found you alive, unlike. You were fighting on the side of Valdus. You are an enemy to the Dryads of Ireland. Your friend is of no merit, and your medallion will remain property of Ireland until you show where your place is. It is my orders you will follow now, and you will learn to keep your head down and your mouth shut. I have a task for you. Go to the weaponsmith at the blacksmith shop. She has spared some sharpening stones for our warriors. Get them, and take them to the Dryad outpost just outside the north gate of town. No. The Temple of the Coast held the Aegis of Light, a powerful relic from the First Age. This artifact gave us all the protection we needed. Nat Valdus is growing stronger by the day, as is his army. The Morden mean to destroy our outpost, and then us. Enough, prisoner! Go get the sharpening stones from the weaponsmith, and take them to the outpost in the northern jungle. If you do well, I might. Be thankful Amron spoke up for you. Take my advice, prisoner. And avoid the animals of the jungle. One bite from them, and you'll be rid of the plague. Now go.
There are creatures that carry the plague right outside the town gates. You will not even reach the outpost without being able to defend yourself. Take this equipment. It may not be the same as your old things, but it will give you some chance at least.
must be one of Celia's. You wear the ring of submission around your neck. I recognize you. They brought you in last night. The battle was terribly bloody. We lost many from our village. Worst of all, Valdez succeeded in taking the Aegis of Life. It is a magical artifact that kept the Morden at bay. Without it, we are reduced to barricading ourselves behind these walls. Before we sealed the gates, you and the other injured prisoners were carried in. Some of you were mortally wounded. We worked hard to save your lives. You may have forgotten mercy, but we have not. You are indeed the enemy, however, and so you will stay with us as our prisoner. Here you are. And if you have some time, perhaps you could do a favor for me? With all the fighting, we go through armor faster than we can craft it. Duma and Sen both need my help throughout the day and into the night. But I've only been in this trade for a short number of months. My memory is not normally this poor. I have lost dear ones in this war, and my mind is distracted. I seek your help. I must craft 5 suits of armor before the day is over. But with so much to remember, I've forgotten some of the steps involved. It would mean the end of my apprenticeship if the craft mistresses learned of this. There is a tome of smithing within the Great Hall that'll take the lift to the southeast across to the Terrace of Wisdom. The Great Hall will be right in front of you. Have you discovered the steps for crafting that armor? Duma has been giving me the looks. I'm afraid she has realized that I've forgotten one of the most important crafting recipes.
You must have been roughed up pretty badly out there if you think I'm going to sell you anything. Well, I do have a few things I was going to throw away. You can look them over if you don't have anything better to do.
Yes? We're ready. What are you doing out of the prison ward? You should not be wandering around here. Whatever errands they take.
Well, prisoner, I suppose I can... First, you must understand that becoming a master enchantress for one of my caliber, even the most difficult of my customers call it Lumilla's salve, and it can be applied...
I hear you're off to cause some trouble. I don't suppose you care for the company of the best fighter on the island?
I didn't expect to see you here. If you're leaving town soon, I'll lend you my sword arm. I wanted to show this town my back for a long time. You won't be sorry, whatever you've heard.
Whatever errands... clear to leave.
You fought with more than them. Are they powerful? They're a bull. When I see one, I will kill it. I trust you won't stop me?
There you are, prisoner. Come along. I am to take you to the outpost. It is just ahead.
We're free! Thank you!
Kirani, what happened here?
Celia, what a surprise to see you here. Look, the prisoner just saved us.
I came here to make sure this one followed my orders. Saved you? How is it I see the escort I sent lying here dead?
Don't be too harsh, Celia. Jara was overwhelmed. There was nothing the prisoner could have done to save her.
Too harsh? There is no such thing. Not for one who murdered our people and defied.
I have looked into this one's eyes, sister. All I see is a haunting remorse. We are not the only ones who have lost souls dear to us in this war.
Is it true what Kirani says? Did you defeat those Morden? Some of the sisters seem to think that you deserve your freedom. I don't think so highly. But perhaps I could be yet convinced. The Morden know we've suffered a devastating blow. They smell blood. Kirani tells me they are erecting towers around this village.
It's only a matter of time before they lay siege to our homes and destroy us all. Valdez plans to march to power.
Burn those towers to the ground, and you'll save our lives. And yours. I'll consider it done when I see the smoke in the air.
Here's the outpost gate key and some basic gear.
And here's the stone that will allow you to use the teleporters to return to Ireland. Do well, and I'll consider granting you your freedom. I might even give you back your gear, and that cheap medallion. So it seems you hold dear things other than a sack of coins. You are more than meets the eye, prisoner.
Good luck.
See that those towers fall, every last one of them. Come, Kirani. We must return to the prisoner ward.